Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. Will treat you right.
All right. He will treat you right. Treats me right. Matt takes care of my car. Matt Gibbs is here right now. He's here to answer your questions about your car. The show is called Auto Repair with Personal Care. Matt Gibbs is the owner of Sunrise Automotive, which is where my car goes when it makes noises that I don't like. And also, it's the home of Crossroad Auto Sales, where just in case you're just saying to yourself, I need a new car, that's where you can get it right there. And Matt will tell you the rest. Good morning, Matt. How you doing?
I'm good, Larry. How are you?
Pretty good. I might need a new car, according to this article here. I found an article. The 8 signs that your car belongs on a scrap heap.
In a scrap heap.
In a scrap heap. I'm wondering how many of these you're going to disagree with.
Okay.
Okay? First of all, how's everything with you? You okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
All right. If you have a cassette player in your car, listen to this. It says, the Concise Oxford Dictionary removed the word cassette tape from their dictionary in 2011. So they took it out. So if you're still playing cassettes or using a cassette adapter to play your music, which I was until recently, you are a decade or more behind the times. You need to get a new car.
False.
That's false.
That's false.
Yeah, that doesn't make any difference to me either. Most states require car owners to live in major metropolitan areas to pass a smog or emissions test. Automobiles that cannot be legally registered. So we don't have that in Florida.
No.
But could you test my car? Could you say, oh gosh, your car would be illegal in California? Could you do that for me?
I can't.
Oh, you don't know how? Oh, you don't have that equipment?
I know how. I don't have a gas analyzer.
Okay. But in Florida, we don't have any of that rules, right? Those rules. So, but I could drive in those states, right? They won't kick me out for driving there.
No, you can go there. You can visit. You just can't stay.
You can't live there.
But California emissions are different than, if you look at your car, I can look at the VIN number of a car and tell whether it's California emissions or federal emissions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do. The whole emission system is different in California.
Oh, I got 2 things to tell you about jumping the battery.
Oh, you jumped on your battery?
Yeah. So the first one you're going to not be happy with me about. But anyway, so Robin left her lights on one day and needed a jump. Long story short, I hooked it up wrong, and it was sparks. I mean, sparks, okay? And I said, well, I thought that was the positive. Oh, this is the positive.
It's the other one.
All right.
The other positive.
So now that was a real brief time, but ever since then, now I went online, and it says that the most damage will be on the newer cars. So if your car is old, you're probably not going to be so bad off. So knock on granted, so far, my car has no problems. The only thing that happened with her car was that the dome light wouldn't go out anymore. So she took the bulb out of the dome. But everything else is working fine. But she says the thing that beeps when she leaves the headlights on started working again. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's part 1. Part 2 is 2 days later, I'm at Winn-Dixie, and there's a guy with his hood up, and I say, is everything all right? Do you need help? And he says, I need a jump. And I said, oh, okay, no problem. So now he was a retired firefighter from New York City. And he said, this is the way to do it. So I let him do it. And he didn't crank up his car while he was still attached. He just chatted with me for about 10 minutes, took it off, and I said, wow, I never saw anybody do that. And his car started. He said, because if you start the car while the other car is hooked up, you could cause damage to the other car. Is that true?
It can, yes. It could start.
So that's the way I've done it all my life, except this time with Robbins where I messed up.
Well, and that's why I won't jump nobody off with my car. I keep a jump box in my car at all times. And she's a little beaut.
I know. You sell this too, don't you?
I can. I don't personally sell them, but I can get someone hooked up with them.
How much are they?
They're like $129.
That is a good idea.
And it's nanotechnology. They don't, once they're charged, they don't lose their charge. You can keep them in your car for 2 years. and it'll still hold a charge.
Am I supposed to know what nanotechnology is? I pretend I know when you say that, but I don't even know what that means.
Well, it's very integrated circuitry, and when it's not hooked up to anything, it's literally off. There is no draw whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
And as soon as you hook it up, even to a dead battery,
Yeah.
it turns it on.
Could you use it as a battery?
No, you cannot use it as a battery, and because when you charge this particular device, it charges very slowly and at a small rate.
Yeah, okay.
So as soon as you put it on your battery and you start the car, now your alternator's kicked in, and if your battery's low, your alternator, let's just say you have a 100-amp alternator and your battery's dead, so as soon as the car starts up, the alternator is going to see that, hey, we have no amperage in this battery, let's get it going, and it'll jack up the amperage and up to the 100 amps to charge up the battery. And as the battery charges, okay, as the battery gets more charged, the alternator decreases the amperage. So you don't want to leave it on there.
So that's what I should get, and then next time I need a jump or somebody else needs a jump, just use that.
And if you hook it up backwards, you're going to just let the smoke out of the little jump box instead of...
Gosh, do you think I damaged anything? I mean, it's been a week now, and nothing seems to be showing up.
Well, if her dome lights are staying on and won't shut off, something happened.
Right?
And it could just be a fuse.
Yeah. Staying on, though.
Yeah.
So what would how would a fuse cause it to stay on?
Well, there's a couple defaults in cars. You need to have her check and make sure she has brake lights.
Oh.
There's a default that if your brake lights aren't working right, it makes the dome lights stay on. To make you pay attention to what's going on.
Oh, Robert, we need to check your brake lights.
Yeah, so you need to check her brake lights.
Oh, we didn't try that. We didn't think of that. Okay, all right. Other signs that you need to put your car in a, what do you call it? A scrap heap. The check engine light is there to alert the driver of engine problems. So many drivers ignore the light. If it's been on for a while, you need to scrap your car. What do you think? Is that true?
That's stupid. That's not even not true. It's stupid.
Okay, the eternal check engine light, if it's on all the time.
The check engine light
doesn't mean anything.
It means a lot of things, but it don't mean anything about your engine.
Okay. If you have smoke and oil shooting out of your car, it's probably time to get a new one.
If you have smoke and oil shooting out of your car, you got problems.
Where did I get this from anyway?
I don't know, but I believe somebody might have been little. I'm saying.
All right. The next one. If you have, if you've passed the 200,000 mile mark,
okay.
What do you think? Well, I'm getting there. I'm 150 or so right now.
I don't know. I could give you a customer's name that would say, I'm halfway. If you have 200,000 miles, you're halfway there. You're halfway to where I am. Because he's got 450,000 miles on his truck.
And I had 365 on mine, but that was I was burning 1 quart of oil every 15 miles.
Okay, that should be on the list.
Yeah, I would drive 15 miles and need to put a quart in.
That's going back to the one that's spitting and smoking oil. There you go. That goes in that category.
And the dealership that sold me the car that replaced that one took it in for trade. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you take in such a bad car for trade? Why do they do that?
Well, what'd they give you for it?
$2,000, I think.
Okay. And
Does that sound right?
Well, no, it doesn't sound right. But they have a way of manipulating the numbers.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, even if they sold it to the scrap yard, they probably got $300-400 out of scrap out of it.
Plus whatever they probably added to the dollar amount that I was paying. Right?
Absolutely.
And then took it.
They're not stupid.
All right. If you don't have an air conditioner in your car, you probably need to scrap it. I don't have an air conditioner in my car.
Well, Larry, you need to scrap your car, brother. You got a cassette player.
No, I drive. It drives.
Okay.
It drives. I just wanted your 2 cents on this.
Well, that's stupid too.
That's stupid. Okay. Yeah. And then anti-lock brakes and front airbags are just the tip of the iceberg. Technology has advanced to the point where cars are safer now than ever before. If you don't have those safety devices, you should scrap your car.
Wow, that had to have been a dealer or something that made
maybe that's what it is. Yeah. So you don't agree with any of those things?
No.
We'll be right back.
MyFWC.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sun with a couple of thunderstorms around. Will arrive in the afternoon along the coast. The high 82 at the coast, 89 inland. And partly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm. Low 71 to 75. For tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in the area. High 88 to 92. Wednesday, more sun than clouds. Still a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. High 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, Danny Werfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
All right, 17 minutes after 10 o'clock. Matt Gibbs is here from Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales, and the phone line is open, 622-9622, if you want to call Matt about something going on with your car. Any new cars on the lot you want to focus on? Any spotlights today?
Let's see. We bought a...
Did somebody buy that nice truck yet?
No.
No?
No. That's a lot of money.
It costs a lot.
Yeah.
So what else?
But we do have a 2005. Wow.
Sorry.
If you could only heard what I heard.
Was it loud?
I'll get closer, Larry.
That's what I was trying to compensate for that. Yeah.
2005 Nissan Murano. That is a really, really nice car. And we got
That's a bad name.
Murano?
Yeah.
Why? Why don't you like Murano?
Sounds like Spanish for moron or something. Doesn't it? What is it called?
It's a Nissan.
Murano.
Murano.
You're a Murano.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter with you? You're a Murano?
I called it my father. And it's Nissan.
I'm sorry, it's a Nissan Murano.
Yeah, so
how do you spell it?
I don't know. Murano.
Murano. Okay. So
it's a crossover.
You like it?
Yeah, it turned out to be really.
Nissan's
really nice.
a good car, right?
Yeah, they're okay. They're all right. I don't sell stuff that I don't like.
No, I know.
I just would rather not put it on the lot.
So how much is this one? Oh, with a U.
Yeah,
Murano. Still sounds like something the Three Stooges would say. You Murano. What they used to say? They used to say you maroon. They used to say maroon. Remember?
Because they were.
You can have a maroon Murano.
No, it's actually pearl white.
Pearl white.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
What year is it?
05.
Oh, nice. That's my car.
Yeah.
My car's not so bad.
It doesn't have a cassette player.
No.
No, so it's sellable.
How much did you say it was?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay.
We gotta put all the numbers together.
Is it a family car? What kind of car is it?
Yeah, it would be a family car. It's a crossover. It's not a SUV, but it's not a car. It's a crossover. It's.
So it's big enough for a musician?
Yeah.
To have musical instruments?
Yes, yes.
And a small sound system?
Yes. Yeah, it would be a good size car for you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, something like that where you can put your stuff in the back and, yeah. And we got a Pontiac Torrent, which is another crossover.
Do you remember the wide track Pontiac when that was their campaign? The wide track Pontiac.
Yeah.
Are they still wide tracks or no? Not really.
I haven't seen a wide track, but I mean, you could have a wide track Pontiac Grand Prix. You could have a.
What does a wide track mean? It was wider than other cars?
I guess. I think it tracked wider.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Do you make it wider?
Bring your wheels out a little bit further. But you know, they had all these cars that, you know, like for instance, a Pontiac Grand Prix was a W body. Okay, and then you had Oldsmobile, Buick, Chevrolet. They all had W bodies, but Pontiac they did something a little bit different.
Oh, okay. Ready for the phones?
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, good morning, Matt and Larry.
Morning.
Matt, do you use gasoline that doesn't have the 10% of that corn product in it? Do you go out of your way?
No, I don't go out of my way. No.
So as far as you're concerned, it's not doing any damage to cars?
What I have seen is it does damage is kind of a harsh word, but it does do some things to cars that sit for a while. You don't usually see issues with ethanol on cars that are driven every day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, because on the program here earlier this morning, they were talking about it, how it's damaging cars and it's damaging the atmosphere and everything else. But you never hear nothing about it. And a lot of times when I have to go back to the dealer for whatever, I'll get in a conversation with people there about. Yeah, is it okay to put that kind of gas? They said, don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with it. You never hear anything bad about it.
Well, the manufacturers make the cars, and they make the cars run on that fuel. So,
so the older cars are the ones that have the problems, right?
I wouldn't even necessarily say the older ones.
Really?
I would say.
What about
cars,
motorcycles? Don't motorcycles have a problem with that ethanol?
Well, the problem with motorcycles is a lot of times they don't ride their motorcycles every day. So they sit up. And when they sit up is when you start having problems with the ethanol.
Oh, okay.
Same thing with lawnmowers.
Is ethanol in all grades of gas?
What's that?
Is that ethanol used in all grades of gas?
Well, when you go pretty much to a gas station and go to the regular pump, then yes, they're going to contain up to...
If you were to use the ethyl gas, would it be in that?
In which
the higher octane gas? No,
even the higher octane, even the premium gas, it still contains ethanol unless you buy non-ethanol gas. Like when we're at the lake and stuff, and I put gas in the boat or the ski, and that gas does not have ethanol. It'll say non-ethanol gas.
Right. Don't racing cars use pure ethanol fuel?
They use methanol, alcohol running, like our open wheel modified car used methanol, not ethanol.
Oh. So as far as you're concerned, then there's no big deal with as long as you're using your car frequently, not letting it sit on.
Yeah, I don't see we don't get a lot of problems because of fuel. The only times we get problems with fuel is when someone puts gas in a diesel or diesel in a gas, and now we got problems.
Yeah.
And that probably happens more than any issues with ethanol or non-ethanol
Hope I never do that.
That would be kind of hard to do, because if you would accidentally go to the diesel and you don't have a diesel, you can't stick the thing in there because it's a different size.
Unless the gas station didn't put the diesel handle on the hose, because that has happened before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're talking different.
You really couldn't make a mistake because of the size of the handle,
Yeah, if they use the proper handle, it kind of makes it tough.
Who were you imitating? Was that Charles Corral?
It just came out, brother. It just flows out.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
I was trying to figure out who you were sounding like. Charles Corral or something. The late, great Charles Corral, I should say. So, any road trips in your future?
Oh, man. Well, yeah. I'm fixing to...
Do you like driving? Do you actually like driving?
I only live like 3 miles from my office, and I hate driving. I hate driving to work.
To work, yeah. But do you ever like just for a joy drive? I still do.
No.
Just to get out, really?
I'd rather do something else. When you're around cars and exhaust and hot and
you have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
I wonder if you could tell me how many times you should take your vehicle to a place to have the engine light check turned off before you give up.
What's the number? How many?
That's like, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? No, it
parts on it.
Say that again?
They keep putting parts on it.
Oh,
Let
no.
me tell you. Let me start from the beginning. I've tried to make this not too long. My engine light came on. I went to Advanced Auto. They said I needed a charcoal filter. I bought that for $230. My neighbor, who is a mechanic, said, I'll put that on for you. He did. The engine light went out. It came on in about 3 days. I didn't want to bother him anymore. I took it to another place, heavily advertised place, and they didn't get back to me. I took it in 8 in the morning, and in 5 in the evening, I called them and asked them if they had it done. They said, it needs a part. You want to get it for me? And I says, I don't. You got my wheels. How can I get it for you? Don't they deliver? And he says, well, we'll get it. We'll fix it tomorrow. So the next day, he never called me. I called him at 5 o'clock, and he says, yeah, it's ready. You can come and pick it up. So I come and picked it up. That was $159. So I took it to another place. They took it in. I had an appointment. They took it in, and they called me in the afternoon and said it would be a part. I think it was $300 and some.
Wow.
And I okayed it, picked the thing up. In a couple of days, the engine light was on again. I took it right back, and they took me right in and put the thing on it and said, oh, your gas cap's loose. And they didn't charge me for that. I said I didn't buy any gas. Nobody's touched the gas cap. And they said, well, just try it the way it is. So, okay. A couple of days, the light's on again. I take it back. I checked the gas cap first, and it click, click, click. They said, well, you need a new gas cap. I said, okay, put that on. That was $30. And I went about 3 days. Engine light's on again.
Okay,
so I take it back. They take it right in, and I wait I said I'm going to wait for it, and nobody will pick me up. I waited 3 hours, and the service manager comes out and says, we can't work on your truck today. Only one technician showed up. So he says, you come back Friday, and I'll drive you home and bring the truck back, and we'll fix it. So I did that. On Friday, this was on Wednesday. On Friday, I drove in at 8 o'clock, drove him back to my house. He took the truck. 2 o'clock, he calls me. He says, we've had to put another part on it, $159. And he comes and delivers the truck. I drive him back, pay the $159. And since then, it's been off. What do you think of that?
I think that's pretty typical, and
wow.
And we got to actually go. And if it comes back on, I'd like for you to give me a call. Thank you.
All right, still there? Oh, I guess he hung up. So what is your phone number?
Give me a call at
I feel sorry for that guy.
Yeah, I know, and it happens all the time. 352 690-1993.
All right. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Larry.
Well, that was some story, huh?
Yep.
That just goes to show. And I'm assuming everybody had good intentions, but they just didn't understand what he needed, right?
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Matt. Call us if you need Matt's information. We'll be glad to give you it. Or just go to his place. Where's your local? How do we tell him?
1800 Northwest 10th Street.
There you go.
Right there on Highway 27.
Sunrise Automotive. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. A rough start on Wall Street, stocks down sharply in early trading after European officials turned down Greece's request for more bailout money.
They don't think Greece is trying hard enough. It needs to find $1.7 billion for a loan repayment due tomorrow. European Union President Jean-Claude Juncker saying this is not a game of poker. Either we all win or we all lose.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen, the Dow down about 100 points. David Sweat now in custody 3 weeks after escaping from a northern New York prison with another killer who was killed by police Friday. Clinton County DA Andrew Wiley says Sweat faces a first-degree escape charge.
It's only a D felony in New York State, but at this time it's the only charge that we can file against David Sweat.
Sweat in critical condition.